Good morning. Welcome back.
This is my second day in Ranthambore and getting ready for the second safari today morning. Yesterday evening, I did the safari in Zone 8 of Ranthambore and it was indeed a wonderful experience of doing a forest safari through the off-roads of dusty mountainous region of Rajasthan desert. And we did see various wild animals including the Nilgais, which I am seeing for the first time in a real forest. Today morning, we have another safari and I have prepared myself ready for it. The safari jeep for me arrived exactly at 7 o'clock. Today, the vehicle has come to pick me after picking all other guests prior to me. After boarding, we headed straight to the safari at zone number 10. Today, my co-passengers are a Gujarati family consisting of father, mother and their 2 children. Zone number 10 of Ranthambore is about 15 kilometers from my hotel where I am staying. But the journey there is not boring at all. The empty streets gave a beautiful feel in the morning fog, which is dense and temperature of 11 degrees Celsius. Very few people were there out on the streets in this cold morning. Seeing this empty street, I was thinking of the rush and heavy traffic in the same area while I traveled to this side last evening. Traveling through the outskirts of this town, Sawai Madhopur, is an experience which gives us a very new perspective about this place as a traveler.
It is a little bit far from Sawai Madhopur area where we are staying. It is about 15 kilometers.
Everywhere is covered under dense fog. We passed through a narrow street with houses or small shops on both sides, with almost all doors closed. The roads are in good condition and hence the driver is speeding up so that we may reach early to the safari for any available sites. Also, it is freezing cold and blowing wind. I was prepared for this trip by wearing a mask, hat and also gloves, and I am wearing 2 jackets. Since I prepared very well to face this weather, I was in a better condition to enjoy every sights on both sides of the road of this journey through the countryside of Rajasthan. On the way, the driver and the guide are explaining a little about the forests and the ancient structures on either side of the road. However, very little I could hear them due to the blowing wind in the speed of the vehicle. The guide said, the highway that we are currently traveling is heading to Madhya Pradesh. Soon, we started to travel through the roads inside the Ranthambore forest region, passing behind many scenes of carts being pulled by camels and many other village sceneries. Zone 6 and 7 entrances were seen at the same place on both sides of the road. I don't have a safari in these 2 zones today. I plan to cover all the zones in Ranthambore in this trip. We saw Nilgais and Lengus roam freely in the forested areas on either side of the road. In some places, the road has been constructed as an elevated highway through the forest, and in such locations there is no hindrance for the animal movement, and also the vehicles can speed up too. Still, the Lengus are seen on the road everywhere. On the right side, we saw a farm field with an old building in the middle of the green field. In all the constructions here, be it new or old, we can see the antiquity and strength of the Rajput style. We can see parts of ancient fort, and watching them in this foggy morning is a wonderful feeling. We entered through the road to the remains of an old fort. This is also a forest region itself. A lot of wild animals like tigers are spotted in this fort area many times. Within some time, we reached to the entrance of zone number 10. The driver went inside to record the entry time. During this time, a man approached our vehicle with things for sale like hat, jacket, and other things. Soon the driver returned and started the jungle ride. Our guide was calling his mates in the other vehicles and asked them to alert us so in case of any predator sighting. The immediate thing I realized as soon as the ride started inside the jungle is that this zone of the same Ranthambore forest is entirely different from the zone 8 terrain which I did safari last evening. It was a forest region of completely dry and dusty mountain ranges with even leaves covered in the dust yesterday. Today it's a valley area at the bottom areas of the mountains with small lakes here and there and with greenery all around and lot of cactus plants everywhere.
That's why every forest, every zone, it gives us new views, new sights, new ambience.
Traveling a little further ahead, and we turned left from the dusty jungle path and reached to a small lake which looked like a man-made one. We spotted many black stork birds which are migratory with white and black color. Since we realized there are no traces of predator movements around there, we left from there without wasting time. The guide suggested, let's first try to track and spot any tiger early in the morning. Other animals can be seen anytime on our way back. The weather also favored us by diminishing the dense fog inside the jungle region. Still, the weather was freezing and with blowing wind. As we moved forward, another jeep came from the opposite direction against us. Both drivers waved and they realized that there was nothing on the way from where we came. And so they turned around and went in another direction. And we also turned towards our left side and proceeded. We went ahead and saw a stream of water. A flock of spotted deer came to quench their thirst. They are really cute and poor animals in the wild, mostly destined to be the prey for bigger animals. While recording them in the camera closely, I was looking around for other sites, for any other available sites in the area. Meanwhile, they drank the water with fear in their eyes and started walking back, and so we too moved forward. Similar to Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve, elephants cannot be seen in Ranthambore forest. However, the elephants can be seen in most festivals of Rajasthan. For me personally, I prefer watching the elephants in the wilderness with their entire body sprayed with mud and sand than watching them covered in different colors of the festivals. Zone 10 is entirely different from Zone 8 and it's more greener. Somewhat we can compare to the Chinnar Wildlife Sanctuary in Munnar. The areas are more visible in this season, however, the camouflage cheats us in many places. Spotted deer are frequently seen all along the way. As we traveled, we started moving along a river bank. To my question whether there are crocodiles in these water bodies, the guide's answer was no. Crocodile was mostly seen on the core zones in the other side of the forest, mainly from zones 1 to 5 respectively. We stopped the engine for a while and waited to see if there was any alarm calls. Nothing much could be heard except the chirping of parrots and other birds. Meanwhile, many other safari vehicles passed by us and none of them been able to see anything significant till now other than some fresh pack marks of the tigers at certain areas. We still continued the drive through the jungle path amidst the cactus plants and other trees. The vehicle that we are traveling is a Maruti Gypsy, very suitable for the forest safaris, mainly due to the low engine noise, and the vehicle is so powerful to cover any type of terrains. It makes very less noise except the creeping body noise which is inevitable from a vehicle that is frequently used for safaris on jungle roads like this. We crossed a river-like area where it looked like an area of strong water seeps into the area during rainy season. The time now is already past 8 o'clock. The sun is beginning to be seen from the top of the distant mountains. But still, it's freezing cold and we are enjoying the chilling morning weather. I'm fully covered all over with jackets, gloves and mask. However, I could use gloves only on one hand as the camera touchscreen could not be operated with gloves on my palm. Going forward again, the site is of Nilgais far inside the jungle. We realized there are many birds there but could not see them far inside other than their noise. At this time, we noticed someone walking far inside this deep forest behind the Nilgais. He was walking, coughing as well. To my surprise, neither the guide nor the driver bothered to see who it was and why he is inside this restricted area. Again moving forward, the gypsy stopped and waited in the middle of a river that was watery but at an area where there were sand and stones in the middle. The scenery was so beautiful. Views of the lush green forest reflected in the still water and the high snow-capped mountain ranges as a backdrop. Those views from the middle of the dense forest, the serenity and silence in which the wilderness lies dormant is a rare feeling and only those who have experienced it can understand this. In a couple of minutes, we crossed the river through the water to reach the other shore. क्या था राइट साइड में वो
ये पुराने टाइम का मजा आ रहा है पीर बाबा के
क्या है
पीर बाबा बोलते हैं पीर बाबा
पीलो
पीर बाबा
We spotted deers moving freely and fearless. Looking at them, we could understand that there was no tiger or a leopard anywhere near. Again, we waited in another area for some time. Then we moved from there, went ahead and stopped in the middle of a bridge-like concrete area near a lake and switched off the engine. We spent a lot of time watching a white heron hovering on the lake, catching its prey. The view was so scenic in the crystal clear water and with reflection frames of bird in the water. On my request to move to other areas, the guide replied that they are tracking the movements of tigers through water bodies in various 4 areas, and at all spots, various safari jeeps are waiting and they will alert us if something is sighted. After waiting there for long duration, we started driving outside, and once again today it was the cattle sighting inside the jungle, followed by the peacocks and Nilgais. Some estimates calculate the approximate Nilgai population is about 100,000 animals that are mainly found only in the northern Indian forests. While the gaus or so-called Indian bisons are found in the southern Indian forests, Nilgais are mostly found in northern India. Nilgai are mostly found in various arid regions, also in grasslands and hillsides. They are mostly active during the daytime. Some studies revealed that they graze during early mornings, noontime and evenings. Other than the mating season, the male Nilgais do not come closer to the herd or females or juveniles. Nilgai groups up to 60 to 70 members are very rarely seen, and usually they are seen in groups of less than 10. In a study that was conducted in Gir National Park back in 1995, their numbers used to vary as per the seasons. Still, generally they were divided into 3 groups. 1 or 2 females moving along with juveniles. The second group is 3 to 6 female Nilgais which are matured or juveniles. And the third group is male Nilgais in groups with members count between 2 to 18. We then went back to the lake where we saw the migratory birds in the beginning. It was closer to the entry-exit gates. All the birds that we saw in the morning were gone by this time. Only few red-wattled lapwing birds were found. While we were waiting at the shore of the lake, another small bird got down in the water and started bathing. She seemed like telling us that, "I am your sighting today, watch and enjoy me." I heard loud music being played somewhere nearby, and I asked where it is coming from. The guide replied that we are very close to the roadside and it is from the vehicles on the road. Once the bird completed her cute dip in the lake, and while she was drying her feathers, we drove away to the gate. At the exit gate, while the driver went to record the out time at the checkpost, there was a male Nilgai waiting for us with our farewell sight. After a while, a langur crossed the main road and ran inside the main gate of Zone 10 and came to drink the water. It looked like the Bengal langur. If my viewers know their species specifically, please do comment below. There was no any shortage for views on the return journey all along the road back to the hotel. traveling through the snowy road, watching the remains of the forts, watching the camel-drawn carts all along the North Indian roadsides, the forest, the wild animals, and everything else presented unforgettable memories. While I got off the jeep back at the hotel, I was sure that all my next safaris are in the core zones. So far, I have seen only the trailer from Ranthambore National Park. Super hit sites from the core areas are coming soon. Please do subscribe and stay tuned to the channel for all scenes from all zones of Ranthambore and activate the bell icon so that you get alerted immediately as a new video is published. Please share the video with people who like the wildlife videos and leave your comments for any suggestions or opinion. See you in the next video. Till then, this is Bijoy signing off. Thank you and bye.